Let's take a closer look at passive transport. Simple diffusion is a form of passive transport because it does not use energy in the form of ATP. Here we have the phospholipid bilayer. The molecules are shown in yellow. On one side of the membrane, there are more molecules, and on the other side, we have fewer molecules. Molecules tend to move from a region of high concentration to a region of low concentration. This is referred to as going down the concentration gradient. So these molecules move down the concentration gradient. Now let's take a look at facilitated diffusion, which is also a kind of passive transport because facilitated diffusion does not use energy in the form of ATP. Here we have the phospholipid bilayer. In the case of facilitated diffusion, we also need a protein, a channel protein. This is required because the molecules involved in facilitated diffusion tend to be larger. They cannot pass through the phospholipid bilayer, and so they need a channel protein to help them. Here too, we have a greater number of molecules on one side of the membrane and a smaller number of molecules on the other side. Molecules here move from a region of high concentration to a region of low concentration. So in facilitated diffusion, there is a movement of molecules down the concentration gradient with the help of a channel protein, and no ATP is needed. Let's take a look at osmosis. Osmosis is the movement of water from a region of high concentration of water to a region of low concentration of water across a semi-permeable barrier. Here is our phospholipid bilayer. Water molecules can cross the phospholipid bilayer because they are small enough to squeeze between the phospholipid molecules. Let's imagine that this is the outside of the cell and those little lavender circles are water molecules. On the other side is the inside of the cell, and what you see in yellow are the solute particles. The outside of the cell has fewer solute particles and more water molecules, and so we say that it is hypotonic. The inside has fewer water molecules and has more solute molecules, and so we say that it is hypertonic. So osmosis is the movement of water from a region of high concentration to low concentration across a semi-permeable membrane, which is the phospholipid bilayer. So we say that water moves down its gradient, and the easiest way to remember osmosis, or the most practical way to remember osmosis, is that water follows the salt. Even though water moves largely across the phospholipid bilayer, in some cells there are special protein channels called aquaporins that allow the movement of water from a region of high concentration to a region of low concentration. Aqua means water, pore meaning opening, and in means protein. So these are protein channels that allow the movement of water down its gradient. And no ATP is required for osmosis.